How much do you feel like when you're at the gym? How much do you feel like you really know what you're doing, and how much do you feel like you're just kind of guessing based on what other people do?
I feel like I know what I'm doing. I've had a
Because you do
history of
mostly
working
basic
out.
bench press, deadlift, squat kind of stuff,
Yeah,
right?
but you know what's funny? I feel like I know what I'm doing until somebody comes over that knows what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Like deadlifts, you know.
What do you do wrong in a deadlift?
It's hard to keep a deadlift right. There's a lot going on in deadlifts.
But I mean, it's just like you lock your arms and you
Yeah, kind of. You kind of
explode out of the hips.
You do like the legs, and you got kind of pull back like straight bar deadlifts.
Oh, yeah.
But
Well, I think you just don't want to jerk, right?
And you don't want your back too arched, and you don't want it bent.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to hit that deadlift like, you know. I just had somebody teach me for the 5th time, and I'm mad because it's when I did that Orange Theory. I was thinking, oh, I know how to do this crap, and then I do it, and it's hurting me. And the girl's like, "Hey, you're not doing it right. You gotta do it like this." And it's like,
oh man, it was a girl too.
Oh yeah,
brutal.
Yeah, and, well, you know, and she didn't even look that jacked. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I guess there is just like there's an official way you're supposed to do all this stuff, but I feel like if you really knew all the rules of like how you're supposed to do your back and your arms and your shoulders, 90% of the guys at the gym aren't following that.
No,
plenty of in shape guys too.
There's that dude I like to follow, that lifter dude. He always goes in. He acts like he's a foreigner. You ever see him?
Nah.
Huge on TikTok and stuff. Dude, so he's dressed as a janitor, and he'll go up to this huge, like, massive guy in the gym. Like, this dude's, like, 3 times his size. And the guy will have his weight. He'll be doing, like, sets of 1 or 2. And he'll be like, he'll go up to him, and he'll be like, "Excuse me, do you mind? I need to clean a little." And they'll be like, "Right now?" And he'll be like, "Just a little bit. Do you mind?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, man, go ahead." And then he'll pick up their max out weight with 1 arm. He's this little skinny dude. But it's all technique.
Oh, it's just like a... But even that, though, it's like, that's almost just doing tricks, right?
I think if
that's
you
not
get
even
that
like just being
right.
in the best... But that's not the official way you pick something up.
No, not efficient, but it just shows you this dude's not that big of a guy, and he's lifting this weight that these massive people are lifting. He's doing it with 1 hand. It's only because he's got that. He's the world's #1 power lifter. You ever see that guy?
No.
Yeah, he like broke all the records. He learned how to lift weights watching YouTube. Made his own weights like in like New Zealand or something.
And he's like lifting up like tree trunks or something.
Yeah, like when he was like 14, he worked out every day with boulders and tree trunks and.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing though, is that like the goal for those guys who are in the gym that he's like pranking, they want to get big. Their goal isn't to just lift the most weights. It's not like a contest.
That's true.
They want to be big and crazy looking.
There you go again with the common sense.
You want to get vascular and you're trying to work out all the shit that you just pumped into your butt.
Yeah, he'll tell him. He'll be like, "Yeah, this don't work." You ever pump anything in your butt? I had a friend. He had me pump some stuff in his butt once. I think it was just testosterone. There used to be those weightlifting magazines, and you'd send it in and get the stuff. He did that, man. The D-ball.
Wow.
And then he was selling it to people.
When was this?
This was like 20 years ago. It worked for him though, man. Kid got crazy strong. It was basically this one kid was jacked, like real jacked in the neighborhood, and like 20-inch arms. And then he would never tell us his secret. Then finally he goes, "Look, man, I get this stuff. I can get it for you too."
He was getting it legit though.
He was saying it was testosterone, but we think it wasn't because it was injection. Like I think we found it later. It was some stuff called like D-ball or something.
Oh yeah.
And you get it out of a weightlifting magazine.
What's the stuff where it was people just didn't know that it was always been illegal, but there's always just some stores that just don't know it's illegal or something.
Yeah.
All that shit is always like that.
Dragonfly.
Yeah. Well, it's called like Max Burst or something. Yeah. And they act like it's just protein powder, but it's like, oh, if it's protein powder, why am I injecting it into me?
Hydroxycut was like that. Remember they took that off? Dude, my friend, kid was obese, started taking that. All he would eat is half a bagel every day. That was his diet plan.
Wow.
And he took that stuff, but either way, dude, he got shredded, like 3% body fat. You seen like veins in his cheek.
Wow.
And then they took it off the market.
Well, it's just like they do it with vapes now. where everybody gets hooked on a certain kind of vape, and then the government's like, no, this got to go.
Wow.
And then there's just like a mad dash to buy up the last vapes.
Huh. I don't even see real vaping. The weed vapes are the only ones I see now a lot.
Well, no, it's all like middle school kids. They all just got the little like bubblegum vapes.
Oh yeah, and people on airplanes, they always seem to get away with it. I don't know how they sneak that shit on an airplane.
But the like all that like testosterone, like HGH kind of shit. It's just like there's always a new one on the market. And so it's just a matter. It's just like all that Ozempic everybody's doing now.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like this is the miracle drug. It's like, all right, well, get as much as you can right now because that shit's gonna go.
Dude, I know a girl. She used to look like a damn front line on the damn Dolphins, dude. I mean, this girl was like, I'd like to see her with a football helmet on. Like,
wow.
Dude, I'm telling you,
like
she
built
was,
or just big?
Just wide back, just big. She didn't lift weights,
Yeah.
and she was just a normal girl. And dude, she got on that Ozempic, bro, and I'm telling you, it's crazy how good that stuff works. Like, I don't know, they're not paying us, so we've seen on the news this is bad. Dude, I feel like she lost 100 pounds in like 6 months.
Wow.
Like, her bones got thinner, dude. She was one of those big bones.
Wait, so she's not even like, she doesn't still got the wide stance?
Nope.
It's like she lost her form.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
It's great. I'm telling you, bro. She lost her form. She narrowed out.
Wow.
Yep. Dude, I couldn't believe
it also like makes your personality different.
Her head got thinner.
It makes you think different thoughts, and like it changes your whole mood and everything.
Well, I don't talk to the girl, but I know one thing, dude. I guarantee you she couldn't put a baseball hat on. You see that hat you're wearing?
Wow.
She couldn't put it. If she put that on now, it'd be loose. I promise you,
wow.
bro. The girl's head was 1.5 feet wide.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong with this? How could this possibly Yeah.
I would like
Too
to
good to be
test her
true.
and see if she's still as smart as she was.
That's almost like you come back from that and people don't even believe it's the same person.
Right.
It's like, no, this is some of your cousin or something. This isn't even fair.
I've seen the opposite happen so fast. Once you throw free food in the mix for a few months, it's insane how I've seen the opposite. Like, people gain so much weight in 3 months, I swear I didn't know them. They'd be showing me a picture, and I'd be like, well,
it's always like they say, like, oh, I hurt my foot.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a little bit of depression. Yeah, I broke my toe.
Yeah, Grubhub.
Gained 300.
Wow.
My thing is, dude, I start to get thin and I start to get the compliments and I run to an ice cream place and start eating until I get sick. I feel like I don't deserve the compliments.
Oh, wow.
I used to stand over the trash can and eat. My father'd be like, what are you doing? you
Yeah.
know? Something
But you wouldn't
right.
want to get, like, you're not going to do Ozempic, right?
I can't inject anything in myself.
Yeah. Well, because with Ozempic, it's not even like you do it every once in a while. You got to, like, keep it. It's like doing, steroids.
Well, I think it depends on the person because I know a few people that did it and they lost dramatic weight and they just kept working out. But here's the thing with that. 6 months, you could keep that going. But after a while, I think the body snaps back.
Yeah. Well, nobody knows the long-term results for any of this stuff.
Right.
If it's only been around for a little while. So it's like at some point, it's just going to be turned into like zombie apocalypse.
I could totally see something happening with the weed that's out now. They're going to take that off the market. There's no way that this stuff's normal, dude.
Yeah, we were at that place yesterday. The weed's white now.
Yeah, dude, that was not I don't care what nobody says, bro. That was no regular, where do you see white weed at?
Yeah, they were acting like it was normal.
Yeah.
It was just out.
So what was it, like 60% THC?
It was 60. Well, it was because it was regular weed that was covered with like weed concentrate.
I think they're putting fentanyl in it.
It's like how high do you got to get?
Right.
This is too much.
There was people at the show last night way too high, dude. I was like, dude, the dude was incoherent. It's like he's just sitting there.
And it's
he's
like
I'm smoked.
Why does anybody even want to get like that?
Like when they talk about the olden days, how everything was made out of hemp paper and everything, and they're like, oh, that's why everybody was smoking that stuff in their pipe, and that's why we have so much stuff nowadays. I don't think that's the case.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't think people were creating stuff back in the day because they were high. I just think like maybe there was just nothing.
I think the weed back then was shit too.
Right.
It was weed mixed in with grass.
Yeah, that's true.
Mixed in there. I think they mixed tobacco or spliff or whatever, and it's like nobody was just getting wasted the way they are now.
Yeah, because people are getting blown out, bro.
Yeah.
It's
middle of the day.
Yeah,
and it looks like they're like on fentanyl, but it's like no, this dude took half an edible.
Yep.
He is just zonked out.
I told you, dude, my buddy couldn't walk down the steps. He called me freaking out.
Wow.
He's like, I can't, bro. I can't go down the steps. I was like, one step at a time, dude. I talked to him. I called him. He's shaking.
Wow.
I was like, dude, just one. You got one more, dude. And I looked down. He had like 300 steps. It was like 86th Street. I'm like, bro, you're on your own, man. I got to go.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. I don't know. I'd never want to take anything like that.
I mean, everything, though. Even like steroids back in the day, like Arnold Schwarzenegger pumping iron days, those weren't the same steroids they're doing now.
You think those
that
were
shit was
better?
light.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That shit was like, it was like, you know, a little bit of a boost. Now it's like, yeah, these steroids are coming from Russia. And it's like, yeah, who the fuck knows what's going on?
I love all these movies where they're like, yep, just chicken breast every 2 hours. That's how I gained 60 pounds of muscle in 2 months.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, roll up
That's
your
why I can't turn my neck to the side.
It's like, pull down your pants. Let me see those cheeks and see how many holes are in them.
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
guarantee you're shooting dope up.
Yeah.
They got this new thing now, man. I know a dude, he's a trainer. I met him. I was on a ship, and this dude trains people. Like, I forgot what running, some sort of running. Anyways, they got this, the way they're doing the Olympics or whatever, they cycle you. They timed it out just right.
Oh, yeah.
So they know exactly when you'll pass the drug test so you could still do roids.
Wow.
And then, you know, you could do it. And they do it just to cut, like, dude, it's crazy. People will do roids to cut, like, a second off of their 200-yard dash.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Everybody, I think everything is so, like, they can dial it in now.
Yeah.
Where it's like certain steroids are for this or for that.
And they know exactly when it's out of your system. So
yeah.
all these athletes, if you see somebody doing good, they're roiding out.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. It's, you know, working out, you could hurt your body enough. Why do you need to push it any harder than you already could?
Yeah.
I jogged, dude, pulled my back out. I didn't even know that was a capable thing.
Right, yeah. But I always imagine what it's like to be, because at some point, you're an athlete and you're coming up, you're probably like 16 and you're like the star football player or something.
Got a beard coming in.
And it's like you've naturally been a good athlete since you were like 6.
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to have the conversation where it's like, how do you even ask the doctor to do some shady shit like that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's like buying mega drug. Well, it's like you got to go to a doctor, a legit doctor, and you got to just steer the conversation a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you think, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's more.
I'm thinking about my butt a lot. I've been thinking about. You got those steroids. You got those little needles over there. Let's talk.
You know, that's because you have like social awareness. You think that, but a lot of people like me, we don't have that. Like I asked the doctor straightforward. You know how these guys are. Yo, doc, I'm trying to get big. Come on, give me some money. I'll shoot some dope up in myself.
This is when you were a kid?
Not too much dope. Well, no, I actually used to ask the doctor how to get a beard. Honestly.
Wow.
He'd be like, it just happens naturally. Does your father have a beard? I'd be like, yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, this doctor, they don't have access. I mean, a legit doctor doesn't have illegal drugs. So it's like you got to find, I don't even know how this happens. So many athletes get busted for steroids, but it's like, how is that even like, because you're a legit person who has to go into like the underworld.
Yeah, you're not getting this from your family doctor.
Yeah.
That's going.
It's coming from Mexico
dude,
or something.
Yeah, that's the dark web. You got somebody coming and meeting you with a Russian accent.
Well, just think, too, you're like the star athlete and you're like about to be making $100 million. And you still got to take this gigantic risk.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Imagine if you get fired. I'd be like, look, hey, man, I'm going to go do my best.
Yeah.
Isn't that why we're here?
I'm really good at football.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to believe me on that.
Yeah. Dude, I told you, I knew that one football player that was mounting TVs, dude. That dude was gigantic, dude. That dude was like, he had to be juicing, dude. And he was young, dude, like 22, man. And he was just jacked, dude, from New York.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't read the playbook, though. That was his whole problem. He didn't mind doing the roids. Reading's where he drew the line.
Well, I think when you take steroids, it like fucks with like testosterone steroid stuff. It makes your brain jittery, right?
I guess so. I think testosterone for sure. Testosterone makes you not want to take shit from anybody.
Well, it's like, I know better than this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's testosterone to the T.
Oh, yeah.
Because I meet a lot of guys that are 50. They say when you get older like that, your what do you call your test drops down. You get more estrogen.
Yeah.
So you become more like a woman as you get older.
Right.
But then you get back on that testosterone, and then now you're back. Now you're like an 18-year-old
trying to win arguments again.
Yep. That's why you see those 18-year-olds always argue. No, dude. No, dude. That's not it.
They're talking about video games or something.
Dicks all hard, yelling at each other.
But no, that like when you start taking, that's the thing. Late in life is that like, do you really want to go back to being young again like that?
Yes.
Well, it's one thing to stay young, but to go from being an old man to just being back to like 18-year-old self again.
But would you want that mind though? If you had your mind at 18.
But the thing is, you're in your 60s, so your body is naturally breaking down. You're not as strong. But it's like, were you going to try to fist fight a guy? And your body, your brain's going to tell you to fight.
Go to a party.
I can take this guy. And it's like, no, you're old now.
Yeah.
Your arms are fucked. Yeah, you got shoulder problems.
That is a sad thing when you see one of those old men when it sets in, like they used to be tough. They were in the Navy.
Well, that body type, the like bodybuilder, like big meathead body type, that doesn't last past 50.
Yeah.
They start shrinking again. You see like a recent photo of Arnold Schwarzenegger? This dude can bench press like 100 pounds.
Yeah, but if he got back into it, it's still
He can't
Arnold.
get back into it. He's in his 70s. He's had like 5 heart attacks because he's he has constant heart failure problems because he injected all that shit in his 20s, and he
it's crazy.
He was just bench pressing like crazy when he was a teenager.
I wonder how somebody could be doing roids like that. Maybe there's a secret because Stallone too. He's like 75. He did roids. He got busted.
Yeah, but it's like you don't know if this dude's actually healthy.
But he's old.
He is. I mean, he is old and he looks big, but I'm pretty sure like you get under the hood there.
Yeah.
Shit's still kind of fucked up.
There's got to be some stuff.
Yeah.
Some lipidoids.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to become like an old guy who's like super skinny and frail, but like you want it to be like there are some guys who have a nice like it's an elegant decline.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, this dude he's not fat, he's not like hunched over, but he still looks like I think a big part of how people perceive age for guys once they get over like 50 or 60 is just your posture.
Yeah.
If you can still walk into a room with your back straight, people are still going to act like you're still like in your middle-aged.
Moving around. I know a buddy of mine, he's 70. Dude, he stays young. He don't drink. He don't smoke. I can't keep up with the damn guy.
Yeah. And
doing
it's like,
sit-ups and shit.
Even maybe you look into his face real close, you start seeing the wrinkles. But it's like, besides that, your brain is still functional and you can still like stand up and look somebody in the eye.
Yeah.
It's like you still feel like a regular guy.
Have a conversation. Tell that same story about grapes all the time back in the day.
Hey, give somebody some advice for no reason.
Your tongs joke. Did I tell you my tongs joke? Yeah, Gary.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the life you lived, actually. Some of these guys, when they were real big athletes when they were younger, they get older and let it go. But the opposite, when they were nothing when they were younger, like they always were like, next summer I'll get in shape.
Right.
Those are those guys playing pickup ball and like 78 years old and got the bandana.
Right, yeah.
The New Balances.
But it's going to be the guys who are like, didn't spend their 40s and 50s injecting their body with strange chemicals. Those are the guys that are going to be able to keep it going at the end.
Yeah.
But everybody now, it's going to be like, in 10 years, you're going to start seeing guys straight up hunched over.
Dude, I guarantee
all these Joe Rogan drugs everybody's taking.
Yeah, this weird GNC shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you ever look up some of the side effects? My friend was giving me stuff from GNC. I don't know, dude. I go down. This is before TikTok. I was on Googling stuff.
Yeah.
There was a claim that a little arm grew out of somebody's back from this shit.
I mean, like all that stuff, it's all just like it's like one company that just gives all these products like a million different names. One day it's called Jacket. One day it's called Explosion.
Yellow Hornet.
Yeah, exactly. Samurai X.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all this weird pill shit.
And then sometimes you don't read the back of it, dude. I read some stuff I thought was to work out. It's to have sex, dude.
Oh, yeah. So well, all that stuff, I mean, like, Ozempic started off as a diabetes drug.
You got to be careful. You go to the gym with the wrong idea there.
Well, no. I mean, you're taking testosterone. It's like, I'm pretty sure. I bet if you take the right stuff, the right mixture of testosterone and steroids, you're like bench pressing well hard.
I'd like to see how you'd act on a bunch of tests because I know my friends are on it, dude. And I'm telling you.
Well, it sucks is I wish I could just try it for like an hour.
Nah.
It's like any of this stuff. It's a very big commitment. It's like I can't change my entire life like this.
Well, you got to get it checked. Yours might be low. You don't know.
I
doubt
don't
yours is
believe
low.
all this low high shit.
Really?
This is all I think it's made up.
You think?
Yeah, I think any guy that gets checked, every guy is gonna be. You start going down as you age. This is what God did to you. This is the whole entire. I mean, like your body is designed to do this.
Also, it's like, I don't know, because I don't know about doctors, but we talked about this before. Remember, we all had that dentist, and they're like, oh, yeah, you have to get your cavities filled.
Oh, yeah.
Then you go to another dentist, and that one's not there no more, and they're like, no, congratulations, no cavities.
Right.
You're like,
yeah.
what? Like,
Yeah, if you doctor shop enough, you'll get some dick pills, I'm sure.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. These doctors want to give you stuff. I'll tell you one of the easiest things to get from a doctor is Xanax.
Oh, yeah.
They'll just give that out.
I was doing a joke about that, but I tried to get like my allergy medicine for my nose. It's stuffed up at night. And they were trying to give me antidepressants.
Yep.
Just immediately, they were writing up antidepressant meds.
They make some money off that. Dude, they've prescribed me $180 a month, dude, of like 2 grams a pill. Like, it's no human could do that.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night. My dad thought I was shooting dope.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm just following doctor's orders.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you would end up on like Oxy or something.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, you fucked up your back, so you got legit issues that you could have.
You know what happened with my back? I was in a car accident, right? And I'm the type of guy.
When was this?
This was one of the times I went home about 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Went home to visit. We're in a, an SUV type of thing. Honda Pilot truck. Boom, get rear-ended. It was weird because we got rear-ended. I felt the back of the seat hit me in the back. Thunk,
Oh, wow.
It got me in the back.
Was it like a bad accident? Or was
it wasn't that bad. Knocked the back bumper off. Anyways, everybody felt fine. I didn't even want to get checked. Everybody's like, oh, no, you guys, you should get checked. You really should get checked. And I didn't get checked. I'm like, no, I'm fine.
You just walked off?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, dude, woke up the next day a little sore. Completely fine, though. So fast forward later, getting another car accident, get checked. So maybe the time frame's off.
Yeah.
And anyways, oh, no. I have the story mistaken. So this is what happened. That second car accident, they go, nah, man, everybody's getting checked. So I go get checked, and the doctor, it's taking forever. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, well.
Mind you, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, hold on, dude. I'm there 6 hours. They keep running tests.
Wow.
Everybody's been released. I'm like, hold on. Can you guys tell me what's going on? They're like, yeah, we're surprised you could stand up and walk right now. I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah.
They go, you got an impacted vertebrae. Like one of your vertebrae got knocked off.
Wow.
And it's to the side now. And we're amazed that you're not in massive pain. They're like, we think that you should definitely try to do some sort of a lawsuit. I'm like, I'm fine. Anyways, the insurance company just sent me like $2,500
Whoa.
from the accident. I probably could have got way more.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm fine. Nothing ever happened. Dude, the weather changes, my back goes out.
Wow.
I can't move, dude. I wake up out of bed. I'm like this, dude. I'm like, what the hell?
Wow.
And it just happened again. Every now and then my back goes out if I don't do them deadlifts. See, doing those deadlifts actually keeps my back
Well,
good.
it's like the stabilizer muscles in your back or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I haven't been working out. Dude, I jogged for 20 minutes, pulled my back out in Scotland, too. And I'm walking around Scotland like this. I really can't walk.
Wow.
Baby steps. And a dude comes up to me. He's like, oh, I know what happened. I got you. And pulled out some Preparation H. I swear. Dude, he thought I had hemorrhoids.
Wow.
He's like, yep, got to stay away from them fried foods.
Wow.
He's like, I get them all the time. The goiter's on me back. He's like, you should see size of a damn golf ball puckered up. I punch in the floor, my man. And
wow.
He's just giving me, opens it up. Yeah, take a little bit, put it on your butt. And I'm just like, dude, I'm not going to take Preparation H from a stranger.
Yeah, it's free.
And it's also like,
how much do I owe you?
The problem is my back. Like, I'm glad to know this is my look. The whole time, everybody just kind of knew what happened.
Wow.
And they thought it was hemorrhoids.
Jeez.
Hemorrhoids is big out in Scotland, all the drinking.
Yeah, of course.
They all got it out there. Big suckers, they told me.
Wow.
But, yeah, dude.
So how long does it last that you're back?
It took about 4 or 5 days. I actually I got desperate, dude. I took a pill off somebody on the boat. This guy, they go to Mexico and get these painkillers. A nice couple I met. They don't drink or anything, but they're older. They got some issues. And anyways, they gave me some stuff.
What was it?
I don't even know. They wrote it down. It was the whole alphabet. It looked like. And,
oh wow!
And I took it, dude. I was fine.
Did you feel like high?
Dude, I felt like I could tackle a wall. I just felt great. No pain nowhere.
Jeez.
My ankle quit hurting. Everything.
Wow.
It was some Mexican shit. It
was probably the Mexican equivalent to Oxy or something.
Oh, maybe. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
well, you
crazy.
can see now how people get hooked, huh?
Yeah. Runners.
Well, just not even that, but just imagine guys who you work at UPS, you lift boxes all day. And that's the only job you can get. You live in wherever, middle America. And it's like, yeah, of course you're going to end up getting hooked on a pill like that.
Yep. Then
this pill is perfect for you. Yeah.
Yeah, before you know it, you need it. I'm going to work, get my coffee.
Well, before you know it, like we said earlier, before you know it, that shit becomes illegal. Yeah. And now you got to buy it from some guy on a cruise ship.
Yeah, going to Mexico.
Now you're spending your vacation going somewhere you don't want to go.
Yeah, why the hell are you going to Cozumel?
Yeah, again? You're going to Dominican Republic again?
Yeah.
You hate the sun.
Yeah. What is in Amber Cove?
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it's like, people don't bring that up about like when they talk about, opioid drug addiction stuff. It's like that first couple months of like not having pain. It's like, how can you deny that to somebody?
Right.
When they're in that kind of like legit like sciatica, lower back pain. And it's like, I mean, I've only experienced that like in brief moments. I know my parents have back problems, but it's like the way people describe sciatica, which is like lower back nerve issues, you want to die.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean
it's like you can't function at all. Nothing in your life is good anymore because your back hurts that much. And it's like, all right, yeah, there's a drug you can take that's going to take care of that. And it's like, how could you not?
Mix that Demerol with your pancakes.
Yeah.
Codeine.
But just like, at least you can get back to normal life again. You're not like just thinking about your back 24 hours a day.
That's that type of stuff, like those people that keep working out. Like I knew a guy, Brian, he would run. He wasn't even a marathon runner. He's just an addictive person.
Yeah.
So he did it all. And then he finally cut down to drinking. He'd drink 30 beers, be yelling at his wife.
Wow.
Knocked, all this stuff. But it was crazy, man. He'd be flirting with little 19-year-olds right in front of his wife, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Once you're 50 and you get a jacuzzi, next is divorce. It's like, look, what do you think this is for?
Well, yeah, that guy had it mapped out when he first went jacuzzi shopping.
He was inviting all his little nephews' friends over. We were all over there, little 19-year-olds all in the jacuzzi, 5, 6 girls.
Wow. Nobody buys a jacuzzi because they want to get in there with their wife.
Yeah. It wasn't his back.
You got a plan for that when you put it in.
But, dude, he was chomping down on Vikes, dude. Vicodins. Need a little Vikey, he would say.
Wow.
Need a little Vikey.
Yeah.
And his nephew looked up to him so much, he'd be like, dude, my Uncle Brian, dude, he'll knock everybody out. My Uncle Brian.
Wow.
My Uncle Brian owns 2 of these. You ever know those people? You'd be like, yeah, I just bought this truck. Oh, really? That's cool. My Uncle Brian got 2 of them.
Oh, right, yeah.
Usually
those guys are guys who don't have kids.
Yeah.
But it's somebody's uncle. So this guy is in his 50s, and it's like, yeah, we can just hang out. You remember like when you were like in high school or like maybe right after high school, and you just end up hanging out at like a grown adult's house?
Yeah.
Not even like your relative. This is just a guy that we know.
Yeah.
This guy just lets us hang out.
Yeah.
And it's not until you get older that you realize that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird move that this guy just let a bunch of 18-year-olds hang out in his backyard.
Getting all friendly with the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fix you up.
Yeah, I'll buy you booze.
You see it happening. We seen the steps. He was getting thin because he used to be fat. Then he started getting ripped.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, the tanning, the
well, I
bleached
mean, like
hair.
he's always got the best food at his house.
Right.
Yeah, there's going to be, boxing pay-per-view. Oh, we're going to this guy's house.
Yeah, we're going to Brian's.
Yeah. What's he do for a living? I don't know.
You know what I can't stand? There's always that dude in the group that's a little mysterious that shows up. It's always the nickname. You ever meet these people with like, Gillick or something? He has some strange name, and then all of a sudden he's so mysterious. All the girls love him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so Gillick, and they just know.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see what Gillick posted it too? It just be he posted got my haircut, but like all the girls.
Yeah. Nobody knows where he lives.
Yeah, I thought he was gay. He say he just throws women off with that picture.
Yeah.
So Gillick, where's Gillick?
You think that he's 19, but he's actually like 29.
And then he comes over. Oh, you need to move over. Make room for Gillick. Sit here, Gillick.
Yeah.
I hate those people.
Yeah.
They always know a couple like 3 words in Spanish.
Yeah.
You know, break out the little guitar.
That's why it's almost better to like, that guy probably comes from like, I mean, you're in Ohio. That guy comes from New York and he moves to Ohio.
Right.
Just so he can be the guy.
And he's probably from Buffalo.
He's a little cultured or something.
Yeah.
No, but you pick up some big city swagger.
Yeah.
You go to a small town, you're the guy now.
You'd be the loser in New York. You come here.
And show up wearing a fedora.
You're Gillick now.
Yeah.
And then you find his real name. It's like Steve. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah. He's old.
That's so Gillick.
Yeah.
All it takes is a little thing. You get a tattoo of like something random, like a duck on you, a rubber duck.
Right, yeah.
In a weird spot. It's like, bro, that's so Gillick.
All it really took back in those days when you were like young, because everybody's broke, is that all it took to be popular was just to be the guy who had a little bit more.
Dude, all you needed in my neighborhood was a car with neon lights.
Yeah. Well, it was a car with neon lights, and it's like, oh, this guy has the best frozen pizza at his house.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're all broke, and we're just trying to scratch like a $1 menu at McDonald's. Like, no, this guy's got real food.
Yeah,
Let's go hang out at his house.
Yeah, it's not deliveries, it's DiGiorno's.
Yeah. He knows how to cook a frozen pizza.
I'm telling you,
dude.
He's
got a big TV.
Those people with the little, even something as little as a light that plugs into your cigarette lighter that's blue. Yeah. Bro, are you kidding me?
The exhaust pipe that's like big.
I'm riding in Gillick's car.
Yeah, for sure. Did they have like the souped up Civics where you were at? The rice
that
rocket?
Was huge, bro.
Oh,
but
man.
Even bigger than that, right before that popped, even like before the movie Fast and the Furious was really big.
Oh, yeah.
Those little neon lights, dude, in the front.
Oh, yeah.
At night.
Bottom of the car.
You remember the car'd be a piece of shit, so you can only, the dude comes over at night. Come pick me up. Yeah, man. I don't leave the house till after 9.
Oh, yeah.
You know, pulls up in his piece of shit Grand Am.
Drifting.
Got the sunroof that don't open.
Yeah.
Yeah, pulling up with the system. That's what it was. System, couple things from AutoZone.
When I was that age, I remember like I didn't have a car. I was too broke. There was always a couple kids that had a car in the group. And it was like I never knew what a system actually was. So everybody that like the guy who always bragged. I remember this one friend of mine who always bragged about the system in his car. And it's just like everything is just vibrating.
Yeah.
When you're in the car and the whole car just sounds like it's shaking.
Yeah.
And he's just all proud of it. He's like, oh, listen, that's 12, I don't know, volts or something. And then eventually, like when I got older, I got into like an actual nice car. And everything was all crisp.
Yeah.
And the bass is like all smooth and it sounds nice. It's like, no, that first car was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That was just loud.
That.
Yeah. All music sounds exactly the same because it's just like rattling sounds.
Yeah, people got to put the cloth in their trunk.
Yeah. It was always in the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one of those systems. I had one of those loud, just one of them. It would slam, dude. You'd hear it was called a bass cap, and it would save all the bass and build it up. And it'd be like, and it would you'd feel it in your chest.
I think that was back the music. The goal for that wasn't to make music sound good. It's to feel it.
Yeah.
Just to be in the car and like you can feel your stomach rattling.
I feel you know what the goal for that was? Everybody wanted to prove that they were better than everybody else. It's like, yeah, you got a system, mine's louder. It was that you got to top
But
it.
it's not like it sounds crisper or more clear. It's just loud.
Loud.
Yeah.
I remember people would be putting like nail polish on their subs back in the day. They claimed it made it hit harder.
That couldn't work, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a system for a while. My buddy used to always have this loud system, and everywhere we'd go, he'd always crank it up. And we were all cool. He'd show it off. And then, life's about ups and downs. Some stuff happened. He lost his system, and then I had one. I had this crazy system, and I'm driving with him. He used to be like, man, turn that down, man. That's rude to have that loud system.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Who wants to hear music like this?
I was with him one time, dude. He'd be like... Yeah, he'd be sitting outside somebody's house. The neighbors would be yelling. He'd just crank it up all the way, hanging out on the corner, in the neighborhood.
Oh, that's what this neighborhood's like.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like it sounds like there's a huge party going on, but it's like, no, it's just one asshole.
Yeah.
Who decides to hang out and listen to, Bailamos or something.
Dude, the amount of ridiculousness that I'll see in this neighborhood. So I seen somebody dragging a speaker a little bit closer to Bushwick more though, but they have a cart with about a 200-pound speaker on as loud as it could go, and they're just dragging around listening to Chingy or something, you know. What you doing?
It's a guy on a bike.
Yeah.
The side cart is just his sub.
Not doing no deliveries.
Well, it was a speaker that originally was in like a monster truck. And it's like, now I just got the speaker.
And it's like, I just got to deal with this for 10 minutes. We're walking the same way.
Yeah.
New York, man. People on the train are the worst. They'll get on the train and just turn that shit on blast.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just straight aggression. Like, who's going to do something about this?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. One dude got mad at me for bobbing my head on the train once, dude. I'm not making no noise. Dude, he's like, he was so angry, dude. He was selling juices. He kept going like this. He's like, well, you just going to bob your head the whole train, making us dizzy? I'm like, dude, I took out my thing. I was literally just going like this. That's how people just want to start something on the train.
Yeah.
Good dude, I'm doing this.
Well, the vast majority of people are not going to fight you on the train. So it's like you do have to kind of like find somebody.
Yeah.
Those guys really are waiting for something to pop off.
But even that guy's not going to fight you. He just wants to talk shit to his next stop.
Yeah.
Tell you where he's from. They always love to tell you where they're from. Listen, man. You know, Kimmel Brooks or something, government housing, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you don't want to tell somebody your address when you're fighting.
Right.
I'm from 661 apartment C, baby.
Right off the F train.
Yeah. First
Take the F train, transfer to the 3.
You make a right. That's my house.
2 blocks from the train, 3rd floor. Yeah.
What you gonna do? Oh, I never paid rent a day in my life.
What do you think happened to all those rice rockets from back in the day, though?
Oh, they're still
people who
out there.
souped up a 99 Civic.
Bro, they got them in their garage and they're telling you.
But
about
it's
the
like
old
it was
days.
like, do you still bring them out and like drift in a parking lot?
Now it's on jack stands and they're restoring it for their son. You know,
but it's like you don't see them. Do you bring them out on the street like they
I don't
used
think
to?
they're running
Because they used
anymore.
to really like. No, you get with your boys.
Yeah.
In a parking lot and you do like you drift.
Yeah,
the
but now,
Tokyo drift.
Well, the result of that is all those people banged people and got kids now.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Well, they were the man back in the day.
Yeah, and now they're building bridges and they're working construction somewhere.
Well, now they just have a $300,000 Civic in their garage somewhere.
4 kids.
Yeah.
It's got dust on it. There's a smiley face on the hood.
Well, you gotta think every once in a while this guy just wants to relive his teenage years.
Yeah.
Dust off the Dragon Ball Civic.
Sit out in the garage.
Yeah.
Play some Chingy.
Were they were really doing that in Ohio though? Like legit,
Oh, dude, it was
like
huge. Taco Bell.
yeah.
People to all pull
But
up.
I mean,
with
like the Civic with like the stickers on it and like the,
everything lowered, the rims, the whole package,
spoiler.
nitrous.
Nitrous was crazy when that first came out.
Oh, dude.
Oh man, it was like a video game.
Yeah.
People would just like well, it was like a cheat code once everybody figured out how to do that.
And you know what's funny? Everybody did it. Like every single person put those exhausts on their cars at a certain point.
Yeah.
You didn't even need a souped up car. They found tricks to lower it, put the exhaust on.
Right. Yeah.
I had a little 5-speed Honda. It was the favorite car I ever had. 95 Honda Civic.
Wow.
I think it was a DX or an EX. It was the real basic plain Jane.
Yeah.
I traded. I think I got it so cheap too, $1,100. Dude, and that got totaled out, man. I want to buy that car again, actually.
Oh, wow. I feel like the Civic peak, though, was like 99.
Yeah, 95 was probably the best. 99's
That's like the classic one, though.
The 2000 is the same body style.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you were going to really trick it out and add some, like, Japanese shit to it, that's the one you get. And, you spike your hair up.
Once they changed that body style, dude, my car, I would drive back and forth to New York, round trip, less than $60 in gas.
Oh, plus NOS.
Yeah, hit that shit.
Yeah, you get just gun it on the freeway.
I had
Get
that little 5-speed, dude. I loved it, putting it in first. And then you hit those gears when you're with the girl, Well,
that's when, like, it was the perfect timing for that kind of culture and then Fast and the Furious 1 to come out.
Yep.
Where it was like, oh, this is an entire lifestyle that they just gave you full, wholesale.
Dude, can you imagine how cool you would have been if you had one of those? I'm
telling
you, if you had a tricked out Honda, you wouldn't even be my friend right now. You'd be.
I would have
my
entire life would have taken a different trajectory.
How many kids do you think you'd have?
17, I don't know. I'd be like owning a corporation or something right now.
Yeah.
I'd be in a helicopter.
I believe
it all
it.
would have started with the Civic.
Yep.
My school wasn't like super rich, so there was only like a few kids who really could like afford to go like that.
Yeah.
But it was like you could see it, just like the amount of attention and like because these kids, I don't know, it's you hear the stereotype of like football quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Or like star basketball player. That was not the cool kids in my school. The cool
Wow.
kids was the '99 Civic.
Wow.
The guy who's into cars and could break dance or something.
The cool kids in my school were I'd say just the kids that never went.
Yeah.
It's like you're the coolest kid, you're never coming.
Were those kids getting the Civics?
Well, this was the thing with my neighborhood. So we had our poverty-ridden school with no books or anything, and everybody's car was kind of beat to shit.
Yeah.
And, our parents were the people, the backbone of America. Then we had
the common folk.
Yeah, then we had a school right next door to us, pretty much right down the road, that you had to be rich to go to because you had to pay it was more expensive than college.
Private school.
I don't know what it was. It was called Mooney. It was like a Catholic school or something.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I couldn't afford to walk into this shit.
Wow.
But dude, my friends would actually go there and steal all their shit. When they were in school, my friends would go to their school and take their shit, but from the parking lot, like their stereos and stuff. But they would they had the star football player. Like I remember when he was at the bank, they had all the rice burners, the motorcycles. They had everything. That was the cool school. I went once to a play, and I was like, dude, I could never, ever go to this school.
Too rich for my blood.
Too much ass kissing. It's like, oh, that's Fogarty's son.
But just think, though, I mean, like, if you were actually like 16, 17 years old and you had money like that back in those days, just pull up in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, and if I was black, too.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, every girl would be on me. That's how it was back then.
Bleached hair like Cisco.
Hell yeah, dude. I would have been killing the game. Yeah.
Oh, man.
And
your Civic?
Yeah. Oh, it would have been game over, dude.
I feel like that era, though, of like 97, 98, 99 Civic, where you like really put some work into it. It's all clean, NAS system. That did so much for Asian culture in America.
Oh, yeah.
That was really where it started. I mean, like, the first Asian star in America was Bruce Lee in, like, 1972.
Right.
But that gap between 72 and Fast and the Furious.
Jackie Chan.
Well, Jackie Chan was like a goofball. He's not like a cool guy.
Yeah, but he was an Asian star.
He was a star, but he wasn't like, that guy's not like, oh, you want to be like him to get girls.
Right, it was like karate kick and shit.
But he's like a goofy, like, jokey guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, but no, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Game over.
That was like, oh, this is peak Asian. It was
Yep.
like 2000, 2001. And it's like you combine that with the rice rocket. And it's like, no, we got an entire thing going here.
You guys been going up since there. Like now, dude, Asians are the coolest.
That was peak.
Come on.
If you think it's better now than Fast and the Furious,
dude, you ever go
Tokyo
to Soho?
Drift?
Go to Soho.
Nah.
Look at those
well,
Asian
now
models.
everybody, well, I get what you mean, but like now everybody is sort of like mixed together. So there's sort of a it's like one sort of cool kind of guy who's like, it might be like an African guy, it might be Chinese, but he's just
if
this guy's
you're
cool.
African too, I mean, that's cool too because,
But an African guy with like an Asian aesthetic.
Yeah.
And like European clothes.
They could pull it off.
This guy's a kid. He's like,
If you seen me walking with those tall Balenciagas and just like, a ripped shirt, dude, people like, what
you
the
look
hell?
silly.
Yeah.
This guy's a cop.
Yeah.
He's not one of us.
Yeah, dude.
But no, back in the day when it was like, because we're talking about two different things.
Did you notice
You're talking about like high fashion. Yeah, I was peak. It was perfect timing for me. I was like 16 when that hit all popped off. But it was like, not only was it like having a cool car, and it was like breakdancing and like, you get like the bleached blonde hair spiked up. That's the Asian, like that futuristic Asian guy. But it was also like, that was when it was like it's California. It was like gangs.
Oh, yeah.
Filipino gangsters and shit.
And
all that shit tied together.
People were getting your language tattooed on them. Think about how cool that was.
Yeah, people were getting Japanese tattoos. And it was like, all right, now we also got some killers in the group too.
Yeah. All
these guys are out together. Like, committing crimes. And then after a while, I feel like the problem with the Civic was that I don't think Honda ever really embraced that.
No, they didn't. They
It
really
kind of like
should have.
it was almost like Tommy Hilfiger or like Nautica or something.
Yeah.
Where it was like they had to pretend like it didn't exist.
I think there was even a Civic in a Jay-Z video getting champagne poured on it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a rice rocket kind of Civic.
Right.
That was like a specific kind of culture. And then I think after a while, the Civics keep coming out, and it's like they don't look cool anymore.
Yep. They
changed
had their moment.
They changed their body. Now it just looks like a Toyota Corolla.
Nobody could be on top forever.
Yeah.
Who do you think's the next big one to pop? I think Italians are coming back, to be honest with you.
Right. Honestly, I mean, it's all Africa from here.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Nigerians.
13 languages.
Not even
Sudan,
that.
you see what's going on in Sudan.
Yeah, but just like a cool African guy on TikTok who can just like do some like Jamie Foxx shit.
Right.
That you can't even like, I don't even know how this guy can do 3 backflips at once.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I seen that Michael Jackson video, too.
Oh, my God.
Dude,
Michael
that was
Jackson
crazy.
playing tennis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I could see what you're saying. I got a lot of friends from Africa from where I work. And, dude, they speak like 13 different
So much
tribal
talent.
languages.
Yeah.
It's
just
insane.
like a little kid who's just good at stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, who taught this kid how to do it? It's
And
like, nah, he figured it out.
They know what's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the whole difference there. Like, you ever get nervous because you don't know what's cool when you're around like a little African kid?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't, you know.
Well, it feels like it's a culture where there isn't like weirdo nerds. You know what I mean?
You're right. No Steve Urkel's in the group.
Well, there's no like every kid in this group knows how to get girls.
yeah.
They're not like, oh, I'm nervous. How do I talk to this, that? And there's no like Andrew Tate bullshit going on. It's
And-
like, no, this kid's cool.
Yeah, he's cool, and he lets the girl know that she's beneath him. If you see it, they'll be like,
Not even that. I think we're talking about 2 different people here. In my opinion, this kid is like the Michael Jackson kid, who's
Yeah.
like, this guy is just so good that he doesn't even have to do any like weird game shit. Girls are just gonna come.
You ever see those guys though that are cool? They'll start making fun of the girl, and the girl just wants to impress them.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
always
that's like
the
running game. At
Yeah.
That point. Yeah.
I'm always the opposite. I'm like, hey, would you like to go out for a nice meal? I know a
Right.
place.
You like Thai food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, here's $20.
I think though, kids these days, cars aren't as big of a deal.
No.
A lot of kids these days, I think like the average is going up in terms of when kids even get their license.
I
They're
believe
like
it.
20, 25 now before they even get a license. New York City, people don't get their license till they're like 40.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no, cars definitely. I mean, hey, it's what's happening. We're going to be like Minority Report. When we get in those cars, they drive themselves.
Well, I mean, like just gas prices are so much higher now, insurance rates, and it's not as cool. The cars themselves, the car companies don't put as much effort anymore.
Yeah, what was that thing that we seen on a trailer though? You said
It was
the
like a
name of it.
Maserati
Oh,
or
it was
something?
I was trying to think of that.
Yeah. Well,
Dude,
it's like a
those things
DJ
are-
Khaled car.
I'll be honest with you. I've never really checked out a Maserati other than that song.
Yeah.
That thing was cool as hell.
Well, that's like the kind of car where you can't even aspire to that. That's like Floyd Mayweather car,
Yeah.
Rick Ross or something. Where that's not like regular guy saves up his money and
gets a
blows it.
Maserati.
No, yeah, that's like billionaire car.
Dude,
where they make like 10 of them.
If you had that car, what would you be doing right now? Just driving around?
Well, that car has to come with an entire lifestyle. I
Yeah.
mean, you drive that car to the helicopter,
That's the
and you
type.
go to Vegas and you stay at the Wynn.
Yeah, because you're a winner. That's the type of car you can't wear underwear in it. It's like, dude, I don't,
Well, we
come on.
were in Union Square area, Manhattan yesterday. We saw it getting towed.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect kind of car to get towed. Because that guy was like, I don't give a fuck what this sign says.
Right.
I don't care. This is a handicap parking spot. I'm drifting into this spot and I'm walking off.
Have some doctor plates, don't know shit about
I bet
it.
that car wasn't even locked.
Yeah.
I bet there's no alarm. You just walk up to it and it unlocks and you just jump in.
It does your eyeballs or something.
Yeah.
I was in one car in, you know who's a little bit ahead of us, and I don't know how, Iceland. There's nothing out there but grass. But, dude, they're better than us.
Yeah.
Dude, they're cars. I was inside a car there. So much more futuristic than what we got here. It was a Tesla.
Yeah, okay. Well,
And-
I think
Yeah.
you've just never been in a nice Tesla.
Well, I'm in the Teslas here for Ubers and stuff. They got
But no,
the
those aren't like the shitty Teslas.
that makes
Tesla,
sense.
it's like buying an iPhone. They only make a good Tesla. They make a Tesla that goes everywhere. But I think Iceland, they just got more money to blow, and like they're more on top of like electric vehicles.
Yeah.
So they're getting the new Tesla Model XZ. Or
Dude,
whatever.
that new XZ, that new Tesla. I know his political views.
Yeah.
We talked about it on podcast.
It's a nice car.
Nice car.
You can't.
bro.
I mean, like I don't think anybody's saying it's not a nice car. You get in and you don't know how to open the doors.
It's like, look, I don't follow politics. Yeah, the cool thing about this car is that it's covered in cameras. So
Yeah.
when you go to back up, right? You know
Mhm.
how normal cars, when you back up, you could see on your screen
Yeah.
behind you a little?
Yeah.
Not this car, dude. You see directly above your car everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because so many cameras, and that puts the picture together. I'm looking up. I'm thinking there's a camera above
Yeah,
us.
of course. Well, it's not even like it just, you want to parallel park. You just like press one thing and all of a sudden it just, yeah.
Dude,
Feng
it's
shui's in.
insane, bro.
Yeah.
And you get in and it's, hello, the temperature's this. And it's just telling you. It's insane how crazy that car. Like, I used to work with cars before I moved to New York 10 years ago. And the amount the cars change, I don't know how mechanics keep up. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like, dude, when you learn everything about a car, next year, none of that shit matters no more.
Oh, yeah.
You
Well, I
gotta
mean, like, if
relearn it.
you pop open the Tesla under the hood, I bet it just looks like one solid.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
another hood. You're like,
Yeah.
where's the pop for this shit?
Yeah. And then I think to repair it, you just got to, like, plug in a computer, and then the computer, like, does calculations or something.
That's another one. You could, if you got a Tesla, you could be in slides, shorts, no underwear, and a tank top, and you don't look broke. It's like, bro, look what I drive.
Well,
Fresh
guys who
haircut,
are at
though.
that level of rich these days, rich people are so much different now than they were when we were kids, because all the money now is just in tech.
Yeah.
And those rich guys look like shit. They're all dressed like me.
Yep.
And you just walk up and you're dressed like in Target clothes, but you have like 10 billion in the bank.
Like the owner of Facebook.
Yeah. And you got like a Tesla, Q or something.
What did rich people invest their money in before?
It was all like oil and like banks and shit.
Yeah.
Now it's all just like, fake
Pork bellies.
stock money. Yeah, exactly. People used to sell,
I don't
frozen-
even know what the hell a pork belly is.
It's in the belly of a pig.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
People
think
are
so.
buying that.
I think so, yeah. I think it's like a delicacy or something.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I wonder though, I feel like, because we've been broke for so long, and now we're approaching like middle age, and now things are starting to work out for you. At some point, we're going to both come into a bunch of money, and it's going to be so cartoonish, the kind of shit that we buy. Because we're clearly going to be trying to relive something from like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
At this point, it's all going to be like, it's not even like you get a guy who's rich now. He tries to buy all this 80s, like, the Back to the Future car. And he tries to get like, I don't know, a stereo or something. We're going to get rich and it's all going to be 1997 to 1999.
Yeah.
All over again.
I'm getting a Honda Civic.
We're going back to the Clinton years.
I'm going to get an Asian tattoo.
We're getting the Honda Civic. We're going to get our hair bleached.
An affliction shirt.
Yeah. You're just going to get a Chinese girlfriend in the front seat.
You get those lug boots. Remember them things?
Yeah, you're going to get lugs and you're going to pull up to a Sears parking lot and just try to stunt on every kid that's hanging out.
I need my tires
Yeah,
balanced.
you see this? Yeah, right?
I never got my tires balanced forever. I'm like, what's
I don't
the
even know what
point of
that means.
shit?
Yeah.
Oh, if you got money, every 3,000 miles, you take it to a shop and they balance your tires.
It's going to be so funny because everybody else that gets rich is going to be buying the Maserati and the Benz, and we're both going to be driving around in a Civic with neon lights on the bottom.
When I get money, you know what I'm going
White
to do?
on white Air Forces.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually start writing down everything I do when I get money. You ever see those old people? They'll write down when they bought the blinds and how long they were.
Yeah.
You get money, you got to do that stuff. You get a notebook, you date
That's
it.
like poor person behavior, though. That's if you don't got a lot of money.
But people with money, that's what they do.
Well, I think it's just like you want to be proud of yourself to remember like when I spent the money on this and that.
On those mini blinds.
Yeah.
And then you pull up your notebook, you get your glasses when it's time to buy new blinds.
But just think like when we're going to be like 50 years old, just driving this old car. Not even an old car, like a car that just like, it looks from the late 90s, but it's like probably 10,000 miles.
Yeah.
Something crisp. Just driving around listening to Cisco.
Got that
Dong song.
flip-flop paint that changes colors.
Eminem, yeah.
Some Tupac, tell me if I die tonight.
Yeah. Just trying to, bring back the golden years.
Yep. And then you pull up to your friends' houses to finally show them you're better than they are.
Yeah, and they got kids.
Yeah, they got
grandkids.
happy family and stuff.
Yeah. They figured it out.
You're
long
like,
time
damn,
ago.
you're still winning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what you know about this? It's the 98 Civic. It's a CRX.
Yeah. Remember, you had this exact car.
Yeah, me and you basketball right now.
Yeah. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat him. Yeah, man.
You're about to start getting some money pretty soon, though, right?
Who?
Yeah, things are starting to work out
Oh,
for
dude,
you. We're starting. the Museum of the Dog is going to cough up some money.
Yeah,
for it.
I think they are, dude. I can't believe how much this video's been going on, dude. With the Museum of the Dog getting tagged.
Anybody who's watching this, if you don't want following Dom on Instagram, go look up the museum. How much? Like 100,000 views?
I think it's even higher than that, dude. I think might be way higher than that. Actually,
Yeah, it's the Museum of the Dog. It's in Manhattan on Park Avenue. I don't know. We were just walking by.
Yeah,
and we were just like, "Hey, what the fuck is this?" And it was like, "Oh, it's the Museum of the Dog." I thought it was a museum at first. Then I poked my head in. It's like, no, it's just pictures.
Yeah.
And then we film a quick video in like 2 minutes. Like,
Right.
all right, that was something, I guess.
Yeah.
Posted up the next day. Huge, viral. Never gotten so many fans before in your life.
Right.
Everybody loves just you shitting on the Museum of the Dog.
They're commenting. It's gotten so bad. People are commenting on the Museum of the Dog post, and they're like, "Hey, so is this a good place to take a date?"
People who have never been to New York City and will probably never visit are still like, "No, I know exactly why I got to go now. I got to go find this place and just shit on it."
Once a week, the business tags me. I know they did better, though. I know they're getting business.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of place. It's like clearly they lasted this long being a place with dog pictures on the wall. They must have some sort of, revenue source or something.
Yeah, or it's that old money. They bought all them pork bellies.
Well, it's somebody's wife or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some like rich banker's wife. It's her project.
Just
her
pictures of a dog. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Mess around with the guy, too, that paints the place.
See, the thing is, hopefully when you get money, I hope it's like it goes like this, where it's like a steady growth.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be too much for you if it's a jump.
Bro. Oh,
if it goes from nothing to a whole bunch.
Next thing you know, I'm trying to fight Tyson. Come on, set it up. Pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. Next day, you're just calling people out.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know. Dom just injected some shit.
People told me, I talked to a lot of people, like old heads that been around comedy, and they tell me, they're like, bro, you're going to run into some money because you're really funny. And then they'll be like, and you're going to get a lot probably, but then you might never get money again. They're like, don't blow that money.
Yep.
And then they'll ask you, can I borrow 50 for the week? You
right,
gotta know what they did.
People love giving that advice, but it's just like, you don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what happened for you.
Yeah.
Plus, it's also like, they always say that about like lottery winners. It's like, most lottery winners end up going broke. But it's like, yeah, you got to have fun on the way down, though.
Hell yeah.
You got to be a god for like 2 years, and then you go broke again. But it's like, you were broke to begin with.
Right.
So, you got to touch the sweet life for a while.
That's that Red
Run
Fox mentality.
Yeah.
Remember, he's buying all them houses.
Yeah.
He'd be on interviews.
And it's like, so what? You end up being broke in the end.
Who cares about
you're
taxes?
going to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, hopefully you still live, but it's like, you get to have some fun.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how those people do go broke like that, because can't you sell the shit that you bought? I don't understand.
Nothing that you buy ever has resale value.
Unless it's a Subaru. Did you see those Subarus, bro?
I mean, very specific things have it, but you buy like a chain or something.
Yeah.
If you buy a chain that says Floyd Mayweather on it, you're not going to just turn around and sell that to the next guy.
Right.
Yeah.
A diamond-infused Cartier watch.
Yeah, it says Evander Holyfield. Why would I want this?
Yeah, 300 bands for the watch.
Yeah. But do you think, like, what if you become that kind of rich, though?
I'd buy abs. I'd buy a six-pack. I'd still be fat everywhere else.
Right.
You'd see perfectly ripped abs.
But no, I
Tanned.
mean, like, you think you
oiled
start
up.
getting rich now, because it used to be back in, like, the 70s when you got rich and you got, like, boxer rich. You would be buying, like, legit physical products.
Yeah.
A house with a pool and, like, a Chevy and this and that.
A girl from
now
the
it's
Philippines.
Like, yeah, exactly. Now when you're getting rich, you get, like, access to new medicine.
Right.
That's when you can get
Live
Ozempic.
forever.
You get Ozempic and you get whatever, like,
It depends on how
cryotherapy or
rich
something.
You are. Yeah, get that baby blood. I
So
wonder
it's
if
like
that's
you
a
never
thing.
know what. It's so much more dangerous to get that kind of wealth now than it was back in the day.
That's that type of shit you could do something and get yourself in prison for 300 years. It's like, I didn't know this was wrong. I just gave a guy $100,000.
Yeah, right. I was in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
She looked nice to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Why'd they let me do it if it's illegal?
Yeah, right. Someone should have told me. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing, or I wouldn't have tried to break the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it's your problem.
There should be some sort of a cop out for dumb people.
Yeah, right. Well, whose fault was this, huh?
Well,
why does the car go up to 130 if the speed limit's 70? Huh?
I just want to know why it's
talk
possible.
to Tesla.
Yeah.